Think about the number one. Simple, right? It's just the first number we learn. But what if I told you this unassuming number holds the key to understanding, well, everything, from the vast universe to the tiniest atom? One is the fundamental building block, the cosmic seed from which all else grows. How can something so small be so important? How does one shape our understanding of math, science, and even ourselves? Get ready to explore the surprising depth and delightful quirks of the number one. It's a journey that will change how you see the world, one fascinating fact at a time. Imagine our early ancestors, long before written language or abstract thought. What did they see? What did they need to count? A single sun, one moon, one predator lurking in the shadows. Early humans needed a way to represent these single objects. They started with simple methods: a mark on a bone, a pile of stones. Each mark, each stone, represented one of something. These early counting systems were the humble beginnings of mathematics. They were also the birth of the concept of one as a distinct entity. As civilizations evolved, so did their counting systems. The ancient Babylonians developed a base 60 system. The Egyptians used hieroglyphs to represent different powers of 10. The Romans gave us Roman numerals, still used today for things like clock faces and Super Bowl titles. Through it all, one remained constant. It was always there, the starting point, the foundation upon which all other numbers were built. Today, our modern decimal system, with its 10 digits from 0 to 9, still relies on one as its fundamental unit. Even the binary code that powers our computers, with its ones and zeros, ultimately traces back to the simple concept of one. Philosophers have long pondered the deeper meaning of one. The ancient Greeks saw it as representing unity and wholeness. The concept of the monad, a single, indivisible entity, was central to the philosophies of thinkers like Pythagoras and Plato. In Eastern philosophies, one often represents the interconnectedness of all things. From the Taoist concept of the Tao to the Buddhist idea of interconnectedness, one points to a fundamental unity underlying the diversity of the universe. So is one just a number, or is it a profound symbol that points to something deeper about the nature of reality itself? Section 5. One in math, the ultimate building block. In the world of mathematics, one is a VIP. It's the multiplicative identity. Multiply any number by one and you get that same number back. It's like the mirror of the math world, reflecting each number back at itself unchanged. One is also the starting point for creating all other numbers. Add one to itself and you get two. Add another one, you get three, and so on. It's like a mathematical chain reaction with one as the initial spark. This simple process of adding one over and over again forms the basis of arithmetic and all of higher mathematics. Section 6, seeing is believing. Visualizing the power of one. Let's picture the power of one. Imagine a single point in space. That point, all by itself, doesn't seem like much. But now start drawing lines from that point. You can draw an infinite number of lines, all radiating out from that single central point. That's the power of one in geometry. It's the starting point for every line, every shape, every dimension. From a single point, we can construct entire universes of geometric possibilities. Section 7. One and infinity, a mathematical love story. Prepare for a mind-bending concept. One and infinity have a very special relationship. How can something finite, like one, be connected to something infinite? Think of it this way. You can divide one into halves, then halves again and again infinitely. Each piece gets smaller and smaller, approaching zero, but never quite reaching it. This endless process of division shows us that one contains within it the potential for infinity. Section 8. One across cultures. Unity, divinity, and everything in between. Throughout history, one has held deep symbolic meaning in various cultures and religions. In many traditions, it represents unity, wholeness, and the interconnectedness of all things. In monotheistic religions, one often symbolizes the singular, all-powerful deity. The concept of oneness with God is a central theme in many spiritual traditions. From ancient myths to modern-day beliefs, one has served as a powerful symbol for understanding the universe and our place within it. Section 9. One and language, shaping how we think. The influence of one extends even to the way we speak and think. Many languages have grammatical structures that emphasize the singularity or uniqueness of one. We use words like individual, unique, and solitary to express the concept of one. This linguistic focus on one shapes our understanding of ourselves and our place in the world. Section 10. The psychology of one, me, myself, and I. On a psychological level, one is deeply intertwined with our sense of self. It represents our individuality, our separateness from others. This awareness of me as a distinct individual is a fundamental part of the human experience. However, this focus on one can also have its downsides. It can lead to competition, egotism, and a lack of empathy for others. Finding the right balance between our individual needs and our responsibilities to the larger community is an ongoing challenge. Section 11. One and technology. The binary beat goes on. In today's digital age, one plays a more crucial role than ever before. At the heart of every computer, smartphone, and tablet lies the binary system, a system that uses only two digits, 0 and 1. Every bit of information, every image, every song is ultimately a string of ones and zeros. This simple system, built on the foundation of one, has revolutionized the way we communicate, work, and interact with the world around us. Section 12. One world, many individuals, finding the balance. We live in an increasingly interconnected world, a global village where communication happens at lightning speed. This interconnectedness highlights the paradox of one. We're all individuals, each with our own unique experiences and perspectives, yet we are also part of something much larger than ourselves, a global community where our actions have far-reaching consequences. The challenge of our time is to find the right balance between celebrating our individuality and recognizing our interconnectedness. Section 13. The future of one. What's next? As we venture further into the 21st century, the concept of one continues to evolve. What new meanings and applications will we find for this fundamental number? Will artificial intelligence redefine our understanding of individuality? Will we find new ways to bridge the gap between the one and the many? The journey of one is far from over. It's a journey that began with the first spark of human consciousness and continues to unfold with every new discovery, every technological advancement, and every act of human connection. So the next time you encounter the seemingly simple number one, take a moment to appreciate its depth and complexity. You might be surprised by what you discover.